Okay, hello. We are trying an experiment, so we'll come back. The video is going to be at 2 times speed. We are working from home today, and it is, interesting. The setup is a bit strange. The desk is not equipped for the computer stuff on it, and potentially a drawing apparatus. It is just not built that way. But also, I have to hold the camera in my hand, which is another set of issues. I was trying to figure out some sort of on-the-fly MacGyver rig to set it up where it would just stay somewhere on its own, but that is not a possibility. But it's just a general warm-up before we get to the other part. Today, both settings are just very interesting. In the future, we might have to figure out another method. I think after doing this, I do prefer to probably, if I don't go to the spot or go out, we just omit making the video for that day because it's a bit more complicated. But nonetheless, it was interesting. I learned, some stuff, and this is going to be the, I guess, weirdest video in the bunch, and it does cut at that point. The point we just passed by, it cut because I stopped the video and I started it again. But if you remember from the previous video when I said just randomly drawing the boxes but not putting anything in them or not rotating anything, it is a bad habit. Put something in the box or make the box into something, anything, a car, a wood chest, a set of eyes, anything. Just put something in the box. As you can see here on this face, I make the grave mistake of, well, you're about to see. I stick the ear on the side like it's like is that like a bun or is that an ear? That's the ear, but the ear should be like further in, and that was grave mistake that head cannot hear. And here I'm finally, taking my advice and putting something ahead inside the box to turn it upward. But often the line of the bottom of the box is distracting and messes up what I'm trying to do. So I guess you just have to practice that a bit more so that doesn't happen in the future. And there's like a makeshift car, but again I'm holding the camera, so I can't really like look through it to see what's going on. I'm like trying to draw and hold it, and it is a crazy task. But it's like a little like convertible kind of car, like cartoony, very like chunky. And another additional fact is that I'm recording this on a Samsung flip phone from what year, like 2016 maybe or something, I don't know. And it's probably older than that, but I'm recording the audio on that. Hopefully it doesn't sound terrible because I've never really like done like a voiceover. Actually, one time I did do a voiceover for a game that I was playing, but for some reason it didn't record and it messed up the recording, so I had to do it again, and I just deleted it because the recording was bad but the audio was there, so I just got rid of it. But yeah, this is the warm-up. Everything's at 2 times speed. There will also, obviously if you're watching the video, there'll also be possibly music. Just, I don't know. Maybe we label this as a bonus video and not like a legitimate video, because I mean all the videos are legitimate, but you gotta put the bonus. It'd be like 1.5 or like 4.5 or something instead of getting like 5, because I feel like that would be kind of like cheating to like have a video be like 5 minutes and it was like, okay, next episode. I feel like a good comfortable time is like 10 minutes plus, and maybe 30-minute videos should be labeled as like not episodes but series finale. That'd be so stupid though, because 30 minutes happens on accident so often. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. The video is alright. So future me here again. I made a mistake because I knew that I did like 3 warm-up videos technically, and I just kind of forgot. So this is being amended in real time, or at least real time for me. As you can see, I'm doing the thing that I suggest to do, where you draw the box and you draw something in the box, even if you don't do it correctly, in order to alleviate just drawing boxes for the sake of drawing boxes. Because again, you can get good or like semi-competent doing the boxes, and it doesn't translate into anything because you just see the box. You don't see like a car or a head or an arm or a torso or a body, a building, vehicles, anything. Just a cup, a barrel, a couch, computer, plushie, whatever. Anything you can put into the box and then rotate it. But when you just rotate the box, it's just like, well, which is important. I'm not very good at it, but it's kind of like a party trick that you do, and sometimes you don't do it well. But if like people don't know any better, it's like, well, you just did a pretty good party trick. It's like, yeah. But if somebody like knows, that the card is in your sleeve the whole time, it falls apart. It's very sad. And yeah, so this is one of the setups that I was talking about, the funny little setups. I got my 2 TNT doors in the back. I love them so much. My little elephant friend, I don't think it has a name, and the other one is like Xiaomi or Zowie or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I love them both. My little elephant friend I would usually take everywhere, but can't really clip it to my belt, and it's because it's just going to be underneath my coat, so nobody gets to see it. So usually I just bring Chomper, attach it to the zipper of the coat, and that way people can see it. It's not enough that just have Chomper, but to show other people that they don't have Chomper. Got to put them down in that regard. But I was thinking about something, and I was like, they used to have if you ever watched old Call of Duty videos before streaming, they used to have Call of Duty live commentary. They'd be live com video. And now that I'm thinking about it, what did they mean live commentary? Because they were commentating over gameplay that they already played. So how was that live commentary? Did they mean wouldn't that be post commentary, or would they have been recording their thoughts while they were playing? I need to go back and watch one so that I could get the full grasp of what is going on. And it looks like I made that same mistake again with the ear, but that head looks surprisingly competent, and the angle is surprisingly competent, but the body is like, whoa, what is he doing? That's just the way that it is sometimes, though. You can't hit a home run every time you swing the bat unless you're like a freak of nature. Then I guess you probably could. Or if you practice really well, maybe you could hit a home run every time you hit the bat. I don't know. But that's just not me, I guess. And what else is there in this one? All of the videos are 2 times speed. Yeah, we're trying a new method of at-home recording because I just did not have the ability to go out. And, if anything, it just made me excited to go outside tomorrow because this was a very hard process, and even to do this voiceover afterwards is really crazy because I don't know what it's going to sound like, and I am deathly afraid that it's going to sound like crap because it usually sounds like crap. I feel like the earlier videos, the voice was really blown out, and it's because I didn't know how far away to be from the camera to talk, and then I kind of learned how to do it intuitively, how far away to be, so that I'm legible, but I'm also not blowing out the camera's like really cheap microphone, and with this phone I don't know what that range is. Like I have no idea, but we will be learning, and it's good practice, I suppose, to do voiceovers. And usually half the time when I'm drawing anyway, I'm not really like talking so much about directly talking about the drawing, so it makes it a little bit easier. But there's really not much going on this page except the general, like there's just a bunch of heads. I don't know why, but I was just drawing a bunch of heads, and it can be a little bit annoying because sometimes like I could draw like a really good head, and it's like, did I do that? But the craziness of it all too is like, yeah, like you could do all these like head breakdowns, but without any like likeness to attach to them is really almost like fruitless, at least in my opinion sometimes. Like there's just certain things, like again the exercises, like learning these exercises and doing them really well, that doesn't make you a better artist unless you know how to apply them. And that's sometimes something that I get lost in because I'm better at kind of finding stuff out intuitively, but the problem with that is like you figure out your way to Atlantis by like spinning around in a circle and playing pin and tail on a donkey, and then you go home and then you want to get back there and you can't find your way back because you played the intuitive game where, you know, it requires a lot more intuition that you may not have at the time to accomplish that particular goal. So this is really going to be a an interesting Frankenstein of a video. In fact, before it shouldn't have been called an episode. It was going to be a bonus episode. But looking at the timer, it's about like 12 minutes now. So it technically can be an episode now. This is going to be a really funny contrast compared to the previous video. And there's definitely going to be music. There's probably going to have to be like 3 or 4 different beats in this one, but we have enough. So thank you for watching to the end. If you made it this far, consider liking, following, subscribe, leave a comment, and yeah, thank you for thank you, just thank you.